time to do our report on Tiangrams. Tiangrams are popular in the 18th court. The French called it the Chinese headbreaker, but we know it as the Tiangram. The Chinese puzzle involves putting a square, a parallelogram, and 5 various-sized triangles together to form various patterns, of which hundreds were in circulation. Young people are often fond of puzzles and have often been puzzled for hours over bits of wood called Chinese puzzles. Very little purpose. Complained an English children's magazine in 1844. Many famous people in the Tiangram, including John Quincy Adams, Napoleon Bonaparte, Edgar Allan Poe, and many more. We have booklets for you. One for families, please. And Tiangrams on display. Please feel free to use them. Hi, I'm Nana Boggs, and I'm here to do a report on voodoo. Voodoo was developed in Haiti by Africans who were brought there as slaves. Some Americans practice a form of voodoo, while others believe voodoo is simply a superstition. People who practice voodoo are called voodooists. Voodooists think the world is filled with spirits, demons, and gods of the dead. Voodoo is considered known as a dangerous time because that is the time when people cast no shadows. They believe if a person has no shadow, then the spirit has left the body, and the body may become inhabited with unwanted spirits. Voodooists wear magical charms and cast spells to protect themselves from demons of the other world. Some voodooists make dolls called voodoo dolls. They stick pins in the doll or injure them in some other way. This supposedly brings harm to the person the doll is made to represent.
My name is Jenna, and this is my friend Jennifer. I'm here to talk about gymnastics and its history in Canadian form. Gymnastics has many things. We will do for exercise. The other equipment that you could use are the side horse, the rings, the horse parallel bars, and the horizontal bar. We made up this routine ourselves, so we won't be using any of those things. And of course, it will be done here. You know when I said something about the history of the beginning? Well, here goes. In 1988, Lisa Elliott became British national champ for the 3rd time. Andrew Morris was British overall champ for most of the 80s. Mary Lou Retton was the first gymnast from the USA to win Olympic gold, which she won in 1984. I also went to the public library, and I found more history. Gymnastics is about 5,000 years old. It started 3,000 years before Christ. The Greeks were the ones who started. Frederick John invented new pieces of equipment from what the Greeks. I guess I could say that Oklahoma is the most famous by the Greeks. But of course there is a little catch to be able to do it. 6 to 8 a.m. wake up. 9 a.m. school begins and leave by 1 o'clock. 1:30 practice. 7 to 7:30 dinner. In the evening, 2 hours at home. 10 to 11 o'clock lights out. And they do that 5 days a week, every week. So, I guess it's time to take a break.
This is the story. It's called Fangs and Color. My friend and I are the subjects. My friend Jana and I are the subjects of my tale. My friend and I are the subjects of my tale. Her name's Jana. Mine's Stacy. Everything began only a few nights ago. My parents invited this weird family, the Von Schmidts, over to our house for dinner. They refused to come any earlier than 8 o'clock, and they didn't show up. This incident was almost dismissed when I found out that the Von Schmidts were in the party. The next day was Halloween, my favorite holiday. I love the smell of melting caramel from candied apples, the branches rustling in the wind, and running around in silly costumes. This year, Jana was viral with its French maid. We picked our way down the street, guided only by the Napoleon's watery light. As we passed the Von Schmidt's home, we visited closer to the house, risking anything to get rid of the searing foul smell. But no, we may as well. He's really getting to the food, Jana. I silently agreed. We scrambled up the rickety stairs to the door. I took a hold of the brass knocker. Taking a deep breath, I knocked. The door creaked open to reveal an elegantly dressed man. His eyes were knitted together, giving me the stern look. Do come in. I fear I haven't any tricks and treats goodies. Jana and I stepped into the dimly lit room. The pupils of my eyes grew larger, taking but like their lips. Ah, you see well. Beautiful green eyes, like a black cat prowling the alleys at midnight. I ignored this. Sir, please, Jana and I just want to go home. I'm sorry, but you will stay with me. Your parents are dead. I have legal custody of you two. Follow me. I dared not disobey. Jana and I were led down the dark hallway to the door. The man opened the door. Your room, he announced with a dashing bow. I stood gaping in the doorway. There was the source of the heat, of the smell. It was a lamp. It won't smell now. Better sleep. He said as he gently shoved me into the for cell and shut the door, closing the trap on Jana. I was so tired then that I could have probably slept on the bed in the house. I lay awake, but of course I couldn't go to sleep. I lay awake until the door creaked open. I closed my eyes, not wanting it to sleep. I opened them a crack. The man was leaning over Jana at the teeth door. My eyes gleamed. I was giving Jana a good night kiss. He reached over and grabbed the lamp. It smelled tantalizing. And though I was awake, I couldn't move. I saw and felt it as the man sunk his teeth into my neck. But I was frozen. Then the man stared at me. To be more specific, my eyes. Then the red light came. I slept fitfully. Early in the morning, I awoke. I awoke and then woke Jana. Let's split. He jumped out the window and ran away to live with our grandparents. But supposing it's Halloween, and you know of any Von Schmitz, take it from me. Stay home. Although on nights when the moon's full, I just don't feel the same.